Assalamualaikum, grade 8. This is the lecture number 2 from chapter number 1, and the topic is branches of biology. In the previous lecture we have studied about the definition of biology and divisions of biology. Now we are going to study different branches of biology. The question arises here, what is the need of different branches of biology? As you know that the biology is the study of the living organism. As the time passes, this knowledge covers all aspects of the study of living creature, like their occurrence, their classification, their importance, their external form, their internal structure, their health, their reproduction, their life history. So with the passage of time, knowledge and data becomes more and more. So it was quite difficult to handle such a large amount of data in a single subject, biology, because the data belongs to different types, and so that different branches of biology was created. Now study the first branch of biology, that is the morphology. In morphology we study the form and structure of living organism. If we're going to study the external structure of living organism, their appearance, their look, their external body features, that would be under the morphology. And the next is anatomy. In anatomy we study the internal structure. For example, if we study the liver, heart, digestive system, their whole structure, then it would be under anatomy. So anatomy is different from morphology. In morphology we study the external structure, and in anatomy we study the internal structures of living organisms. Next is histology. In histology we study the tissues at microscopic level. When we are using microscope to study the tissues, this will be the histology. And this is cell biology. In cell biology we study the structures and functions of cells and cell organelles. So you can see the highlighted portion of the cell, the red area. This is the nucleus, Golgi apparatus and mitochondria, and these are the cell organelles. And we can also study the cell division in under cell biology. So in cell biology, structures, functions and cell division is studied. Next is physiology. In physiology we study the functions of different parts of living organism, how the skull works, what is the function of knee joint or elbow joint, and what is the function of skeleton. All the functions are studied under physiology. And this is genetics. In genetics we study genes and their role in inheritance. On screen you can see the picture of chromosome, and genes are small tiny fragments of DNA that are present on chromosomes, and genes are actually responsible for inheritance. Now we have to understand what is inheritance. Inheritance is a transmission of characters from one generation to other generation. uh, for example, you have some of few characters of your parents, maybe eye color, hair color, height, face shape, and these are transmitted from your parents, and this is the inheritance, and genes are actually responsible for inheritance, and this is studied under genetics. This is embryology. In embryology we study the development of an embryo to new individual. In embryology we are studying how a whole individual, a full individual formed from a single cell. This is taxonomy. In taxonomy we are actually study the naming and classification of organisms into groups and subgroups. With the passage of time, many organisms were discovered. Almost 1.4 billion organisms, living animals are discovered. So it was not easy to study these animals on random basis. So there would be need of the classification of these organisms, and the classification is based on their similarities and differences. You can see the example in your school. uh, Students studying the same curriculum are grouped in a grade, for example grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, because they have similarity of curriculum. In the same way, the organisms having similarities are placed in the same group. You can see in on screen the classification of human and garden pea. uh, Both organisms are quite different from each other, so their kingdom is also different. The kingdom of human is animalia, and garden pea is plantae. We study the taxonomy in detail in chapter number 3, inshallah. And next is paleontology. You can see the diagram of a dinosaur, and you know the dinosaurs are no more on earth. The organisms that are not found living on this earth are known as extinct organism, and their remains that are found from the rock or underground are known as fossil. So the study of fossils is known as paleontology. This is environmental biology. The study of interaction between the organisms and their environment is environmental biology. In environmental biology, we study how the organism react toward the changing in their environment, and how is their behavior towards their external environment. And this is socio-biology, study of social behavior of the animals that make societies. uh, when we use the word society, we the only living organism come to in our mind is human being, that human beings only make societies. But this is not the right idea. Other animals also make societies. For example, honeybees and ants also make societies, and you can observe them very closely. So the study of the behavior of the animals uh, socially is known as sociobiology. This is parasitology. First, we have to understand what is parasite. Parasite is a living organism that live inside or outside of the other living organism. These parasites live inside or outside, and they get their food and shelter from these organisms. For example, lice, mosquitoes, worms that live inside the digestive systems of different animals. So the study of parasites is known as parasitology. This is the biotechnology. It's a very interesting branch of biology. It deals with the practical application of living organisms to make substances for the welfare of mankind. The simple example of biotechnology is the preservation of food. You use the preserved food in your daily life, and this is due to the biotechnology. And if you see a diabetes patient, that he or she would be use insulin. Insulin is also the result of biotechnology. We will study in detail it, inshallah. And this is immunology. Nowadays you are come across to the pandemic coronavirus, and it is said that enhance your immune system. What is the immune system? Immune system is actually the natural defensive system of your body that fight against the external germs, etc. So the study of immune system of animals which defends the body against invading microbes is known as immunology. Here on screen you can see the picture of different insects. Study of insects is known as entomology. Here you can see the picture of different medicines. Medicines are also known as drugs. So the study of drugs and their effect on the systems of human body is known as pharmacology. You also use the word pharmacy in your daily life when you go to a medical store to buy medicines. So the pharmacology is study of the medicines. So that's the end from today's lecture. Hope you understand all the branches of biology. After understanding this, you can solve the question number. You can solve short question number 1, 3 and 18, and long question number 2. You have to memorize these branches also and solve it in proper way. Thank you.